Beautiful beings of the universe, welcome to now. So I went today to a temple today, and then I went to IKEA and bought this beautiful, cute candle stand holder, and also got a beautiful candle. And of course, since you're the one, and probably you're the one because you're just yourself, because you're honest, because you're a person of light. So the gang stalking begins. And it's so much planned. It's so much planned that they sent all these people even to the temple. So I'll light up this incense for the good energy. And then I'll talk about the gang stalking so that you're more aware. How not to feed your energy to these energy vampires who intentionally want to bring you down at their low level of conversations, who intentionally want you to defend yourself. And here's the catch. The moment you fall into their trap, what they're trying to get you in, that's when you make the evil win. So they were trying in ways the the priest at the temple who was himself so much fake, and they had planned everything that I like. This is how they, because they already know which place you will go to, they had the foods and all of the exact things that I eat, like tea and biscuit, masala chai and biscuit, rice and paneer curry, same snicker chocolate that I eat. And they were thinking that I won't get that. These people who think that they are too cool, while you be so woke and aware that these people are doing all of this out of complete jealousy. Get this thing, when entire town is against you, just because you are divine, you're the god, you're the goddess, that's because these people are so much aware of who you are, and that's why they want to bring your light down. They know that you're the divine, and that's why they want to be sending out these criminals and stalkers 24/7. So I went to IKEA, and there comes these whole bunch of 50 plus people who constantly keep on cutting and hitting me. And when you tell them to back off, then they just act like, oh, what happened? Did I mess with you? And all of this is intentional. All of this is so that they get on your nerve, and you fight. And when you fight, they would call upon the security. Just take a look at what the pathetic state of world we are at, wherein the entire society picks on the good people who are innocent, who are sweet, who still are the burning candles of humanity, so to speak. And there comes these whole bunch of hoes and cheap men, and then they start on acting to the most barbaric standards, because these are the people who have been paid. And when you look at them, they're going to laugh like shameless, mentally retarded people. That's how I look at them, as if they are mentally sick and mentally diseased. But on the other hand, they want to make you look like you are the one that's sick, that's mad. They want you to look like you're the one that's insane, because don't you know that innocence is not paid? Don't you know that it's wickedness that gets paid? The more wicked, the more ugly, the more criminal, the more disgusting, hotastic that you can be, whether you're a man or a woman, that's what the world celebrates. And apart from that, all of these bunch of gang stalkers who follow you at the bus, in public transport, or even while you're on your bike and steal your bike, that's what the police does. I made the complaint and nothing happened. And on the other hand, these people are sending out security on you. It's literally insane, and they think they can get away with their karma. They're going to die miserable deaths, and not just death. Their lives is going to be pathetic, rotten. They're not going to fail then. They have already failed. And it's because of their failure that they've been chosen for this menial task of gang stalking you, the chosen, the king and the queens. They want to make you look like, because they be so fucking jealous of your talent, of who you are, of your spirit. It's precisely because they do not have spirit. These are all the spineless people. And you would always notice that these spineless people, when they are all the time laughing and gagging, that's because they every time they do so, they just keep on leaving the proof of how stupid and dumbass they are. And you don't need to fight them. You don't need to give them a reaction unless and until they have crossed the line. Like today at IKEA, there were two men who just intentionally came in so close to me so that I had to I had to literally tell him to just fuck off and move out of my way. And then the same thing, another four bunch of people were there, wherein this fat ass woman comes in straight attacking me, and then on the other hand acting like you should have moved out of the way, you know? It's all the other way. And all of these are pre-planned. All of these things are planned because they want to make you look like you're the crazy one. And they set up all of these people. Everything is set up. The people who attack you, the people who make faces like, oh, what happened? All this scene happened. All of this is set up. And the reason is the whole idea behind why all of this is happening is, and people acting like, I don't know. There are two reasons. Either they know it and they're pretending because they are the perpetrator themselves, they have been paid. Or the second thing is they're truly ignorant and living in a world which they are not aware of how evil the world is. So you just got to be careful because this thing is happening everywhere. Don't think that if you just leave a place and then you go to the other place, you're going to be safe. Maybe if you leave all of this and plan your living in the mountains, there you have to fight nature. There you have to be strong enough to survive the the fierceness, the wildness of nature. So get this, why are these gang stalkers doing this every day? Because they just want to to destroy your soul. Of course, if somebody's watching you every day 24 hours, how are you supposed to act sane? How are you supposed to? And then that's the way the system, the society is so ugly. That's why you see all these soulless people, all these evil people, and on your face, sometimes they would pretend like I'm acting very sane. They might pretend like everything is good and I'm a nice man or I'm a nice woman. And then other times they're going to show a complete wicked side, like laughing at you like crazy, just to break your confidence in your own self, just to make you look like you are funny, you're a clown. But it's all the other way. The more these people talk about you, it's all to do with them. Because always people's perception about you is number one, they've been paid. These all gang stalkers, they've been paid. And number two, if they're not been paid and they operate out of jealousy and revenge, then you must already know they are far below you. And though by trick and by playing cheap, they might have hoarded more because in the rat race, that's what the world believes in. One rat trying to snatch more from another rat. And I see this in temples, in churches, in whichever even places of devotion I go to. That's why I stopped going to all these places, to churches, to temples. Today I went to a Sai Baba temple thinking that at least that would be peaceful. But there comes these all same bunch of toxic gang stalkers there too. And there they start about their stupid, retarded conversation to get a reaction out of you, to make you look like you're stupid. But I understand the game, and I know that these people, the more they show how stupid, pathetic, and ugly they are, and that's such a shame. Being in the temple, these people are so demonic. God save their souls. Literally, God must save their souls. If being in the temple, you have the guts to be so evil, so jealous and scheming on others, that's a shame on your part. And because of this reason, I thought that It's been years that I went to any of the temples or churches, because I realized that most of these people who try to show you like they're divine and I'm the middleman, there's no middleman. First of all, I don't go to temple or church to meet somebody who will talk to me about God, because I know what is God. I know. I just go there for the beauty of the Christ in the church. I just go there for the beauty of Lord Krishna in the temple. But there you get to meet these priests who are trying to put you down, because they have been told that, okay, this is the person, this is the target individual who's being gangstalked. So make sure that you make the entire existence of this person, wherever they go, absolutely miserable. And these people, they have no shame. They are just there doing their business for money. And on the words, they might talk like, oh, whatever I'm doing is all because of God. But you just listen to them close enough, and soon these are all the wolves covered in sheepskin. They do reveal pretty soon who they are. So I just smiled and I said, thank you. And I left, noting everything down about every incident, what these people are. In fact, this doesn't come as something new to me. I've seen this at so many places, and not just over here. I've seen this in so many places, even in the temples that I went to in India last year, wherein though there is so much of a thing that, okay, this temple is so much heavily funded and there is such a long crowd for people to go and see, get the darshan. So if you're a Krishna devotee and you go to the temple, or you are Shiva devotee, but when you go to the temple and you see the behavior of the people, it just makes you think twice. But you know very well, you go to the temple because you wanted to see the image of the god, because you realize that there is some special energy there, but it doesn't come for free. You also have to deal with the other aspect of people, and how they behave, and how there is stampede in the temples in India, and people die in that. People die in stampedes. Or you've got to pay so much for a special VIP ticket if you go to Tirupati. And which is also okay, but still you have to be in a long queue for 3 hours where people are constantly pushing each other. And you completely put your life at risk. You do completely put your life at risk. But that is not just the case there. Like even here, when you go and see all these people who plan and scheme, and then you just realize like, where is this world heading at? Like literally everybody's demonic, and everybody's so evil that like it doesn't matter whether they're young or old, whether they're teenager or younger people, teenagers, old people, everybody's so wicked. You cannot trust anybody, or a normal adult. You would be felt like completely alien if you're not wicked like them. And that's why they are laughing at you, because you're not wicked like them, because you're not low like them, because you are not scheming and manipulating and looking at others flaws. Oh, what are they wrong at? The moment you enter the store, it gets flocked with people who have got nothing to buy, but they just pretend like they are buying, and all their attention is in making your experience unpleasant. So they would be intentionally cutting off your way, and they do not know these snakes, they are digging their own graves. Because when you mess with the chosen, you are literally making your own downfall happen. And that's why these people, they might act so innocent and decent in front of your face, but you know pretty well these wolves. You know pretty well who is what. And you don't have to worry. Don't think that because these demons are laughing at you, that ha 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 ha, we made you fail at this. Ha 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 ha, we don't make you belong to our system. Ha 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 ha. You are such a funny little fool, stupid. The only reason because you're yourself, because you're not wicked, because you are just a happy soul who does not believe in, who does not like to fight. Every time you try to fight you and try to be like them, it just lowers your energy because you're not them. You are light. How could the nature of light be like dark? So you can try to be like them to fight them, but that just doesn't work. So when you say pass, I don't want to play this ugly game with you. They think that you're a coward. They think that you're, oh, you did the mudslinging with me? Because that's all they want. They want you to mudsling with them. Just like how they're pigs. They want you also to roll in the mud and say, wow, this is nice. This is feeling awesome. Because that's what these pigs do. Do mudslinging and eat the shit and enjoy the mud. That's what they want you to do too. So there's this old man in the outside the temple, and then he starts blabbering all of nonsense and garbage, wasting people's time. And the more I saw him, the more I realized how garbage of a character are people. And he was saying that he's having business, which I can completely say he was a liar. People are just lying left, right, and center on your face and making you to nod your head. And I did that. I just said, oh, nice, for his satisfaction. Sometimes you have to act with a fool to make it look like you're a fool because you do not want any further interaction with them. Because these little puppets, they just want their ego satisfied by somebody they never know, somebody who they're never going to meet. I'm never going to see them again. I'm never going to meet these strangers ever in my life again. But their tiny little ego that just wants a bit of share that, yeah, I got a wow from that stranger. They talk great about me. All of these demonic people, the reason for their unhappiness is because as long as you keep on walking this path of lies, you might make yourself whatever you want to, but you're never going to be happy because you are not true to yourself. And how far can a lie satisfy you? It's like you're thirsty of water in a desert, but you keep lying to yourself that no, I must keep running. I just must keep running till you die. And you're not even dying out of satiating your thirst for water. So naturally, these demons, when they look at you, they do have to manipulate and laugh at you because what else? If they do not, they realize that their whole house of lies is going to get burned down. That's why these stupid, nasty people, evil, demonic ones, they get so mad the moment they see you. I saw even in the temple, people run past me in fury, in anger, as if this is not your office space where you liars just keep on running when there's no work and lie to the client that I've done this and that because your client is another lie. And everything is just a made up game. Everything is a made up game. And people who know too much, who see too much, who are themselves, they are the biggest threat. And that's why when you see hundreds and thousands of people and everybody spying and playing on you, surveillancing you, that's exactly because they know that you're not among them. You're not a bird of the same feather flocking together. So these people would just act crazy, and the world is getting more and more insane. And what are you to do? We are living in a world where, first of all, if you want to do something, there's going to be enough of opposition, hate, and resistance so that they could just sabotage you on your own thing that you want to create. Whereas they would enable everything for somebody who's dumb and who's evil and who's wicked. For them, they're going to have everything ready. And then these demons would laugh at you like, look at you, ha 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 ha. It's always a dumb demon who's going to laugh. And somebody who knows the stuffs, somebody who truly knows it, you would mostly find them quiet. You would mostly find them quiet, doing their own work, minding their own business, cleaning their cars, doing laundry, working on their projects, being with their families, or just taking a nice walk in nature, just going on swimming without bothering somebody else. These are the people who just keep in their lane. These are the focused people who believe in managing their own business, whatever it is. They're not interested in downplaying others or taking up this low task of gang stalking. Like, how you must be dumb enough to even take up this role. Of course, young teenage boys do that, and I get it because they're young and they need money. But what about the adults? Maybe they also need money and there's good money. So that's why even adults take up to it. I read an article on Reddit that said these gang stalkers are paid more than a good full-time salary job person. So that's why you would find majority of the people taking up to this role. It's easy and it pays you well. Your only thing is you have to sell your soul and work with the devil. And you must not ask any question. And if you did, and you at some point in time said no, you would get killed or you would get destroyed. That's what I found in a lot of articles that I read, a lot of research that I did on gang stalking. And then these people, all of these people, they come together and then they call upon the police and security because they would harass you. And when you just do your self defense, they are going to call you. You are crazy. Call the security. And who's the one who's calling the security? A criminal is calling the security on somebody who is completely sane. That's a twisted world we are in. A completely evil, twisted world. And that's why you see no joy in nobody's face. That's why you see them all demons. You only see them in fear, or you see them in greed. Being a puppet, acting as per the plan, because that's what was the plan by the people who paid them to act mean, to destroy others' peace, to be completely evil, despite them being in the temple, working as a priest. It does not matter. And I never ever had any trust in any of the priests because I knew this was the first thing that I must never ever trust. That I learned from a very young age by my intuition, because I saw these all were liars who acted and pretended like they knew God just because you have just mugged up everything from the books. That doesn't mean you have any essence of truth, because I see you as a liar. And just because somebody puts a tika and chandan and says God's name doesn't mean that you know God. Your existence would enough suffice. Your way of living tells a lot about, like, if you're just scheming and making fun of others, what have you learned? You're a clown. Anything people would do for money. If the system would pay a priest to gangstalk somebody, they would not say no, because I'm a priest and I should be ethical, because I should be somebody of the soul. Nobody cares. People are just mad after money. And first of all, this whole system is set up like that. Like, if you don't have it, then where do you stand? And because we gave our power in the hands of these people who would decide for us and make us look like a puppet, but nobody questioned. And nobody says why. Why don't you ask why? Why do you just keep on being scared? Like, I was at the bus stop and there were three junkies, three women. One was looking like an adult old woman, and the two were young girls. Three junkies at the bus stand, all the time laughing and making faces and just talking trash for no reason. Gangstalkers. Those three were also the one. And then there was another girl at the bus stand, and she was saying, "I was so scared. I was so much scared by them. I wanted them to go." But I told her, if you're so scared, then your whole life you're going to be scared, because these type of people are everywhere. These type of people are at shops. These type of people are in parks. These type of people are in gym. These type of people are at your workplace, in your family. So if you say that I do not want to face the evil, you are going to say that I do not want to live in this world, because to live in this world means you're going to be around such type of people. So then you look for security, and then you think, where is the place where I can actually call home? And actually that place is straight inside your heart. Your I am is your home. Then I saw another snake like couple wherein one woman is telling to another man, "I will tell you when I go home." People pretending like they are there for each other. One snake with another snake. What sort of relation is that? Gossiping relation. Relation based out of fear that I need you for money and you need me for money. There's no love. And that's how these snakes built up their families of snakes. And that's why the world is so evil. And truly, you will see somebody who's chosen, they're always on their own. They're always single because they do not want, and they know damn well that they could never ever fit in with this ugly soul people who do not have soul, who just see you like a resource. How much do you earn? How can I utilize your wealth, your power? No, because this is the thing. Nobody truly loves you for who you are. But people are together, families are together out of fear. There's no love. And they hate to see somebody like you. They hate to see somebody who's so sharp, intelligent, woke, and beautiful like you standing alone. Because every time they see you, they are shown the mirror of how weak and pathetic and soulless that they are. All right? So this is about it. And it's not about you, that you must think that, oh, I'm so on my own self, I'm so alone and I'm so small, and how do I live this mad world? Because how the world is mad for you, it's far more worse, sinister, wild, and ugly for these demons. Guess what? Because the more demonic they are, their evil and their opponents are far more fierce than them. And that's the reason these people are always living out of fear. So when they see you, they get so jealous. Why are you living so happy and simple life? Because simplicity is so alien to them. And that must be the case. When you are a thief, when you are living all the time out of soulless living, then naturally you're going to be seeing others, somebody else who lives out of heart, who lives out of love, who lives out of truth and integrity. They're going to see you like a threat. And because they see your power, because they see you as a threat, they're going to laugh at you to hide their insecurities, to hide their jealousy. Like the beautiful song of Chris Cornell, Soundgarden. He says in his song, Time, times are gone for honest men, sometimes far